Good day, everyone. Today, our group will be presenting on brand awareness, understanding brand recognition, and brand recall. Brand awareness is an important concept in retail branding because it determines how well consumers recognize and remember a brand. In today's competitive marketplace, businesses must ensure that their brand stands out in the minds of customers. Throughout this presentation, we will discuss the definition of brand awareness, its importance, the difference between brand recognition and brand recall, and a comparison between the two concepts. Let's begin with the first section. Brand awareness refers to the ability of consumers to recognize and recall a brand when thinking about a particular product category. In simple terms, it measures how familiar customers are with a brand. When consumers can easily identify or remember a brand name, logo, slogan, or product, it shows a high level of brand awareness. For example, when people think about soft drinks, brands such as Coca-Cola often come to mind immediately because of strong brand awareness. Brand awareness is important because it contributes significantly to business success. Firstly, it helps build customer trust. Consumers are more likely to purchase from brands they know and recognize. Secondly, it influences purchasing decisions. Familiar brands are often chosen over unfamiliar competitors. Thirdly, strong brand awareness creates a competitive advantage, helping businesses to stand out in crowded markets. In addition, it increases customer loyalty, as customers tend to remain loyal to brands they trust and have positive experience with. Finally, strong brand awareness supports business growth by attracting new customers and encouraging repeat purchasing. To better understand brand awareness, we need to distinguish between brand recognition and brand recall. Brand recognition is the ability of consumers to identify a brand when they see visual elements such as logo, packaging, colors, or slogans. For example, when consumers see the Coca-Cola logo on a can, they can immediately identify the brand. On the other hand, brand recall refers to the ability of consumers to remember a brand without any visual or verbal cues. For example, when someone is asked to name a soft drink brand and they immediately say Coca-Cola, that demonstrates brand recall. In short, brand recognition requires visual cues, while brand recall reflects on memory alone. Now, we will go to the comparison table. This table summarizes the key difference between brand recognition and brand recall. Starting with the definition, brand recognition is triggered by visual cues, while brand recall does not require any cues. In terms of difficulty, brand recognition is generally easier to achieve because customers only need to identify a brand when they see it. Brand recall is more difficult because customers must remember the brand independently. Looking at the key factors, brand recognition depends heavily on logos, packaging, and visual identity. In contrast, brand recall relies more on customer experience, memories, and association with the brand. Lastly, for example, seeing the Coca-Cola logo on a can demonstrates brand recognition, whereas naming Coca-Cola when asked about soft drink brands demonstrates brand recall. This comparison shows that both recognition and recall are important for building strong brand awareness. That concludes my part of the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nur Sharafana. I will explain the customer-based brand equity or CBBE model by Keeler. This model shows how a strong brand is built step by step. At the bottom is brand awareness, which means customers can recognize and remember the brand. The second level is brand performance and imagery, where customers understand the quality and image of the brand. The third level is judgments and feelings, where customers form opinions and emotions about the brand. At the top is resonance, which means strong customer loyalty. The stronger brand awareness, the stronger the brand equity. Now, let's look at some strategies to increase brand awareness. First, businesses can use social media marketing to reach more people. Second, they can create engaging content that attracts customers' attention. Third, they can work with influencers to promote their products. Other strategies include promotions and giveaways, online advertising, and encouraging customer review. Businesses should also build a strong brand identity, provide excellent customer service, and sponsor events. These strategies help more people know and remember the brand. Conclusion: brand awareness is very important for business success. It helps customers recognize and remember a brand. Brand awareness also builds trust and encourages customer loyalty. By using effective marketing strategies, businesses can improve their brand image, attract more customers, and achieve long-term growth. Thank you.